stand up. Little darling, stand up. Come on, baby. It's breakfast with Bob.
Pancho Man. Thank you, Pancho Man. We are brought to you by EAS Sports Nutrition, Hoka One One, Polar, Osco Wellness, VeloFix, Four Seasons, Hualalai. We're going to be hosting our World Championship edition on Sunday, and we are airing on triathlonworld.com. Our guest, her first time racing here in Kona, Alicia Kay. Alicia, how are you?
I'm good. I'm appropriately nervous.
As well you should be. But you know what? Look at the year you've had. You've sixth in Oceanside and second in St. Anthony's. Your first Ironman at Texas, you get fifth.
Yep.
Boulder, 70.3 fourth. Ironman, another Ironman, you get third.
Yeah.
That's a great year. More so, last year you stepped up from Olympic distance to 70.3.
Yep.
And now this year, that wasn't big enough.
One more step.
One more step. I mean, that's a big step.
Yeah.
How tough has this been?
Yeah, it's been a really steep progression to transition after racing Olympic distance for so many years.
Yes.
That's really been the bulk of my career. I just did the math, and this is my 18th year as a pro.
Oh, my God.
So 16 years of racing Olympic distance, and then 1 year of halves, and now I'm doing a little bit of halves and Ironman, and I really, really love the iron distance.
Do you?
I really, really do. I love how raw you are at the finish. That's the best way I can describe it. You feel like you're the most vulnerable version of yourself by the time you get to the finish line.
I love that.
Yeah, I kind of love the simplicity of that, and I love how connected I feel to everyone out there racing, no matter what point of the run you're in. I love to be able to acknowledge the age groupers and the other pros. We're all fighting the same war, the same battle out there. And so I like that kind of connection I feel with everyone out there doing it.
Well, that's what makes the sport special, because
Absolutely.
you can't go play golf with Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus or any of those guys.
Definitely not.
But you come here to the most important race in the world, and an age grouper is on the same course with Jan Frodeno and Alicia Kay and everyone else.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely. I feel very connected to them, and I had so much after Texas. I just felt this tremendous respect for the fact that they're having 9-to-5 jobs. They've got families. They've got so much more going on than we do in a lot of ways, and they're out there doing their best just like we are.
Right.
And I just loved it. I just wanted to high five every single one of them. It was just amazing.
But you're going from not running a marathon to doing 3 in 1 year. I mean, has your body been okay?
Body's holding up fine. I went through a little period of burnout. In July, I raced Placid a little bit tired, which was maybe a bit of a rookie mistake. And I think that's one of the hardest things about transitioning to iron distance racing is where do you draw the line with the amount of volume you're doing and intensity, and trying to find that perfect balance. And I made a switch after Lake Placid. I'm now working with Lisa Bentley, and Joel Filial and I parted on great terms.
Yep.
We just both felt like it was time for me to have a change. And so it's been great to have fresh eyes on my program, and looking forward to a nice long winter of just lots of great sessions with Lisa.
Well, and having a Canadian legend looking after your stuff is not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing.
So you got into triathlon at the ripe old age of 11.
Yes.
What the heck were you thinking? It's child abuse.
Yeah, triathlon is huge in Canada.
Yeah.
And I grew up knowing about triathlon because I live so close to Penticton.
Okay.
The original Ironman Canada course. And so I just always knew what it was, and my big brothers were doing it. And of course, being the only girl of three boys, you got to do what the boys are doing. And so I went and did it, and I crashed and came 5th in the 11 and 12 age group, but had a great time and just felt really proud of my accomplishments. So just graduated through the Kids of Steel Triathlon Series in Canada.
Kids of Steel.
Yeah. And then Barry Shepley found me at a small race in Orillia, Ontario, and he kind of explained to me this whole ITU thing. At the time, I was totally obsessed with Ironman.
Right. So you wanted to do Ironman then?
Way back then, my dream was to be the youngest female to ever do an Ironman.
Because you turned pro at 14.
Yes. Yeah. So I was shooting to be 16 and do Ironman. That was before they had the limits on age.
18, yeah.
Yeah. So, so I was trying to be 16 and do it. And I've really kind of put that 11-year-old hat back on again when I've been training this year not being afraid of the distance and just saying the 11-year-old in me believed that I could do this, and that's kind of why I'm here.
What's interesting is 2013, you win St. Anthony's, you win the
Yep.
Lifetime Series, the
Yep.
Toyota Triple Crown.
Yeah.
There was some really good dollars in
Yes,
those series.
definitely.
But after that, Lifetime and Toyota were gone.
Yep.
So it sort of put people like you in a
Correct.
position of there's no more non-drafting Olympic distance
Correct.
races with money.
Correct.
Chicago, New York, really all the
Gone.
money went away.
LA, yeah.
Everything. So
Yeah.
your only goal, you had to step up
Yes.
to 70.3 if you
Absolutely.
wanted to be a professional.
Correct. Yeah, it was. A lot of people said, "Oh, why did you go long course?" And it was
Not
wanted
much of an
to
option.
Yeah, I really wanted to continue being a professional triathlete and to continue that dream job for me. I needed to go long. I knew I had wanted to dabble in 70.3s in 2015.
Dabble.
But it turned into, okay, this is going to have to be my bread and butter if I want to be successful at this. But, it's been a big transition because instead of racing 13, 15 times a year, you're looking at 6 or 8. So you have to be really smart about which ones you're choosing and really making sure that you show up and have the best race you can
Right.
because it takes a month to recover from an Ironman.
And it takes months to get ready for an Ironman.
Correct. So
And it's hard to sort of build races in because you're not the type of person who
Absolutely.
wants to go to a race to train through it.
yeah, that's not my style at all. I really don't enjoy doing that. If I'm at a race, I'm there to win.
Right.
That's the only reason I'm there to show up
Exactly.
because we don't train to do anything but that.
No, that's really what it's all
Yeah,
about.
Exactly. So
There was a point where I looked at you're such a great cyclist, and I felt that a lot of times that shorter distance stuff was sort of in your way
Yeah.
because you in the draft legal type of stuff that just
Yeah.
didn't suit you, right?
no, yeah. I mean, I had so many years of racing ITU and just dragging around.
But
girls
you drag all these Olympians,
Yes.
Olympic medalists around the
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was really excited when I graduated into the Lifetime Series and got to kind of showcase my time trial ability.
Right.
And I'm still learning how to take that 40K speed and really apply it well to my iron distance racing and my even 90K, I would say.
Right.
I haven't quite gotten there. I've gotten to like 70K and I'm just trying to get
You
that
feel
last.
like you've got that
that last
70K or so.
Exactly. So I'm really excited to kind of see the last month of training has been pretty special. It's been
You're
really,
seeing some changes.
some pretty drastic changes since working with Lisa, and she brings out the best in me as a human being and as an athlete, and I think that it's just renewed my confidence
Yeah.
and just raises the level of expectation I have for myself because after having less than you want to have a certain type of performance, and when you don't hit that, it can hurt your confidence a bit. And so it's been nice to get my confidence back, and Lisa's really helped me do that.
Now you've stepped up and gone long. There's
Yeah.
another guy in the house
Yes.
who I have always thought that
Yeah.
because of his running skill and his skill all the way through, could be a really good 70.3 athlete. Your husband, Jared Schumacher.
Yes.
What do you think?
I'm really excited for him. I think, I don't think this was the note he wanted to leave ITU on, and breaking his collarbone last
Right.
year, the day before Olympic trials in Rio was really, really tough. And, he was really wanting to have one more Olympic experience, but he's here to do what I did last year, which is to get inspired by this place, to get inspired by the island and get inspired by what we're going to see on Saturday, which is just the magic that happens in Kona on race day.
Right.
And, I think Jared's incredible in the heat, and I think he could run a 2:40 marathon here. I'm just putting that out there. No pressure.
So, Jared Schumacher, 2:40 marathon in Kona. You've heard it right here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So I would love to kind of see him do that. And I don't know whether that'll be next year or the year after that or the year after that. I think it's going to take him a little bit to kind of learn the robustness of this distance.
Yes.
But he is a lot like I am. We love big stages. And other than the Olympics, this is the biggest stage for our sport.
Well, that's interesting. When I was interviewing Jan Frodeno, I asked him, was the response bigger?
Yeah.
What was more important, winning the gold or winning Ironman? He says, it's hard to tell you this, but it was Ironman. You know, it was Ironman had a bigger impact on his life.
Yeah.
When I look at you as a racer, when in 2013 you have 9 wins on the Lifetime Series, right? 2014, 7 wins.
Yep.
You're a racer. You like to race. You like to win. And what was great about that series back then, everybody was there, right?
Yeah.
There was a lot of money. So the
Definitely.
best people were there. This stage, right? Lots of money,
Yep.
right? The best athletes are here.
Yep.
And a lot of those gals don't know a heck of a lot about you.
No, I think I'm a bit of a question mark for a lot of the
Yes,
athletes.
you are.
Yeah, and then I guess maybe a bit of a dark horse. And I'm a pretty gutsy racer, and that's what I love about this venue is that I need the hardest conditions possible to bring out the best in myself, and that's what this island is. And I love that about this race. I love how hot it is. I love how windy it is. Even the swim, make it
Choppy.
hurricane. Bring it on. As long as we can have a race, those are the conditions I do really well in. And so I'm really looking for, I love pressure. I love media attention. I love all of that on race day. I love to stand up and just perform.
You're an entertainer.
Yeah, I like that aspect of the race, and I like the pressure of the prize purse and the fact that everyone is here unapologetically trying to win.
And when you mention, I like raw, I like hard.
Yeah.
That's what this race is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
In a capsule, that's what sums up and you saw that when you were here last year.
Yeah.
What was it about this when you watched this that made you realize that I want a piece of this?
I was standing on Palani, and I was under the shade of a tent and drinking seltzer water and watching, and Jody had just run by.
Yes.
And she eventually decided to stop at the top of the hill, and I saw her on the way back, and then Mary Beth I saw go by, and she was in trouble, just not even a mile past where I was, and I was just watching this carnage, and that made me respect this race so much more because I know how tough those girls are. They are so tough, and so it just made me really respect it, and I was like, I want to try. It was just like, I want to try. I want to see if I can do this, and I can see if I can race my race despite the conditions and really hold on. So I know there's going to be a really strong element of discipline for me on race day, and I'm prepared to do that. But I hope I can balance that with just the joy that racing brings me. I hope I can kind of find that happy medium where I'm not so disciplined that I'm not having fun.
Yes.
But I still get to kind of have that playfulness on race day where I can say, hey, Daniela's picking it up, or, someone's going on the bike. Can I go? Okay, let's do this. Let's see what happens.
So we're talking Lisa Bentley. We've got Heather Fior.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Larry Bowden.
Yep.
There's a great heritage. Sylviana and Patricia Puntos. There's a great heritage.
Yeah, the twins.
Of top Canadian
Yeah.
triathletes coming here, and if not winning, being a factor and being in the mix. You see that for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, there's a strong Canadian legacy, and I think one of the fun things that I get as being a dual citizen is I would also love to do well as an American as well. I think I wear kind of both flags to an extent, and it's been a long time since we've had an American on the podium here, or an American win.
Karen Smyers, 1995. It's been a long time.
Yeah, so I hope Canada's got a very strong legacy, but I also would really love to do this for the States because it's just been a long time since
we've had a drought.
Yeah, so I'd really like to do it for them.
I love it. Alicia, I love your attitude. I love the fact that you like it. You like things that are tough.
Yeah.
You like things that bring it on. Give me the worst conditions you can have. That's what this thing's all about.
Absolutely.
Alicia Kay has been our guest. Poncho Man. Wrapping up day number 1. Breakfast with Bob.
Come on and steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Come on, baby. It's breakfast with Bob. And Alicia.
Yeah, Poncho Man, that's a wrap for day 1.
Where's the
Tomorrow
martinis?
morning, we'll see you right back here at beautiful Huggos.